I'd like to express my extreme point of view. I'm not a Christian and I'm not a Jew. I'm just living out the American dream, and I just realized that nothing is what it seems. Hi YouTube, it is RosstorWho. You well, that's really good news. Welcome to my 100th video. I had thought, I'll go and get a little party hat, a little booth, but unfortunately I couldn't find them anywhere, so yeah, you'll just have to make do with me here. I couldn't possibly upload a video for my 100th video that didn't mention that it's my 100th video. I'll just talk a little bit about my journey on YouTube. I started way back, I don't know why I'm talking like this, sorry Ross. Why am I apologising to myself? This is my normal voice. Why are you talking like that? Okay. Is this my normal voice? I can't remember how I talk now. Anyway, yeah, so I started way back in July, the end of July. I originally started, I got an iPad 2 and it had a camera on and you could upload directly to YouTube. So I thought, well, I'm going to give this a go. I was feeling a bit down and, down in the dumps. I've got nothing to do. I've never really had any hobbies or anything, so I thought I'm going to give that a go. That was the start of it. So I thought, well, I'll call myself iRossco86. Don't ask me why. So I started a channel. I uploaded like 3 videos, and within about 3 days I thought I need to change my name because this is just craziness. I'd actually watched a video with Michael Buckley and he's done a video on there for YouTube, and it's about an hour long, and it just gives you tips and things when you first start out on YouTube. And one of the key points he says is that you shouldn't have numbers at the end of your username, and I'd also like to say that this is a really good tip because obviously it's one of them things when you're searching for somebody on YouTube. You might remember RosstorWho, but you wouldn't remember if it was something like RosstorWho62, you would maybe remember the RosstorWho, but then you couldn't remember the 62, so you wouldn't be able to find me. Then I came up with RosstorWho. I basically wrote a piece of paper, got an A4 paper, wrote out about 100 different combinations of names, picked about 10 that I wanted, went onto YouTube, and then discovered I couldn't have any of them. So I had to go back to the drawing board and just kept trying, but I thought I'm determined to get a word that nobody else has got on YouTube. And I eventually found one, and it became RosstorWho. So I uploaded the 3 videos that I'd uploaded to my old channel to my new channel, and straight away I got a lot more views. And then I started doing it and I was getting quite a lot of views, and I think within the first month I had about 100 subscribers, which is something I never expected to get. I think I've talked about this before, but I kept thinking it'd be like 5 subscribers after like 6 months and I'll do a thank you video. Like that's just one of them things you think. I auditioned for the 5 Happy Brits, which was a collab channel it used to be about. I never got on, but I made some friends on there and ended up meeting Rolly and Geisha HD, who's seen my audition through that. I ended up going down to meet him. We made lots of videos together, blah blah blah. Then I got myself a flip cam. After seeing his flip cam, I was like, oh, that's a really good camera. So I got a flip cam, and that's pretty much lasted me right the way through to about 2 weeks ago, I think now, where my mum's got me this camera. It's a Canon 600D and it's really high quality. I also bought myself some lighting. I know it's quite bright. I'm not a professional filmmaker, so I do apologise if things like the lighting and stuff aren't always 100% accurate, but it's just one of them things. I'm on a learning curve. I've done 100 videos and the majority of them with a completely different camera, so now I've got this new camera. And I must admit, with the flip cam, although it's a point and shoot, I was still learning about getting lighting and things. So now with this camera there's things like focusing, lighting, aperture, things I know nothing about. So I got this book, the Canon 600D for Dummies, and I've been learning how to use it, and obviously watching tutorials and things on YouTube. So it's just working out to getting the best settings for the camera to get the best picture. It's all for you. I'm doing this all for you, so you just have to bear with me. I must apologise. So that's it as far as hardware goes. As for making videos, I started out, when I first started on YouTube, I thought, oh, I'll do impressions, because when I was younger I always wanted to be an impressionist, and then as I got older I was quite shy and I used to do impressions and people would like, do it again, and I'm like, no, I don't want to. So I kind of stopped doing impressions, and then I thought, well, I used to love doing impressions and I always said I would like to be a voiceover person, so I thought, yeah, I'll go on YouTube and do it and give it a go. So that was the first video I did. I had some positive feedback and I thought, this is good. And then I thought, well, because I had my iPad, I thought I'd do like a tutorial thing like people do on YouTube, like unboxing style stuff, because I do quite like my gadgets and things, so I thought that'd be a good thing to talk about. And I did a song on GarageBand. The longer I was on YouTube, people were like, oh, you're funny, or people seem to like me, so I thought, well, I'm just gonna do come on and be stupid. So that's basically what I did. Yeah, I just came on and acted crazy and people seem to like that, so I've kept on doing it. As time's gone on, I've done things like question and answers. I did my suggest something to do for RosstorWho, which is basically like you'd set me challenges and things, which is going to be coming back soon. I really enjoyed doing that. I think I did 9 of them or 10 of them, and I thought I'll just leave that for a while because obviously, you know, it's one of them things that you can't do all the time because people run out of suggestions. So I thought I'm going to do it again soon, so look out for that. And then after kind of doing them, I thought, well, I'd like to start getting into doing sketches and things. So I did quite a few sketches. Earthfall, which was like a serious kind of video. It was kind of serious, dramatic style, which I really enjoyed doing, and a couple of other things, but I was getting frustrated because with all the different camera angles and things like that, it takes a hell of a long time to edit. And with it being winter, it's been getting darker, so I'd start filming a video, then it'd get dark and blah blah blah. But now, because I've got lighting and things, hopefully I'll be able to get back into doing things like that soon. No matter what time of day it is, and have a really good lighting, which I know is really important, because some of them videos I watch back, like, oh, it's so dark. The darker the image, the grainier the picture gets, and yeah, I get a double shot it and you know I'm satisfied. And then I went on to doing, like, I did briefly some breaking news style videos, which is something I enjoyed doing, and they seem quite popular, but it's just one of them things. I'm constantly changing, and you start thinking, should I have like another channel to do this kind of thing, because maybe people who watch me for one thing don't want to be spammed with other things. But I just really like making videos, so I try to make as many as I can. You know, YouTube says the more videos you do is better, but sometimes I feel like I'm spamming people because I just like to come on and do videos, and I don't want to do the same videos all the time because it's not exciting for me. And if I'm not doing something I enjoy, like, I really loved doing the sketches, and I did about 5 or 6, and then I was like really frustrated with it. I'm not sick of it because I love doing it, but it's just I wanted to do something else. And it's like when I did my question and answers, I like doing them, and then I want to do something else, and I did suggest something to do, and I like doing them, and I wanted to do something else. I just like to change things up now and again, and at the moment I'm kind of in the mood for vlogging style things. I don't really do this enough, or maybe I do it too much, I don't know. I kind of have like some videos do better than others, and I know like vlogs, people don't really like vlogs, and then you start thinking, should I have another channel just for vlogs, or should I just leave it as it is? But then I think, well, what's the point in putting views and subscribers somewhere else when I can just keep them all in the same place? What do you think? I mean, there's so many things have changed as well since I joined YouTube. Like when I joined YouTube 7 months ago, there was none of this, you know, really small thumbnails where like, I'm a new thumbnail on the new YouTube homepage, do you like what you see? So that's quite annoying, but we'll talk about that in another video. Like, the thing that I've loved about being on YouTube is something that I didn't expect to love. There's all the comments and things like that, and I do read them all the time. I know sometimes I don't reply. This is the other thing I've been doing. I've been sorting out like a schedule and just trying to get into some kind of routine, because I know they always say you should have a routine, and for me it would probably help if I could film like a couple of videos in one day. That's the other thing about YouTube. It's quite therapeutic because you get to come on and you tell yourself things. Although I'll edit half of it out, it's like you're telling yourself something. You kind of like getting stuff off your chest, and then I'll suddenly have an idea and I'm like, oh, now I've said it, that makes sense. I've made some really good friends on YouTube, and basically I love everyone. There's some really great people in there. Obviously there's some absolute trolls that come onto your videos and be like, you should die, and all this kind of stuff. But the other thing that's changed about me is when I first started YouTube, like the negativity that you get on here used to really get me down. Now it doesn't get me down. I still think, God, why are people like this? It just doesn't make sense. But you know, now I just like, most of the time actually I laugh about it, because it does, some of the things do make me laugh. I think this is just ridiculous. I'm sorry if this has been quite a long and boring video. It's just been really nice just coming on and chatting. But I didn't want to do a 100th video and not be like, it's the 100th video! And oh yeah, if you've managed to stay to the end of this video, follow me on Twitter. That's a really good idea, isn't it? If you follow me on Twitter, you can keep up to date with my latest videos. Follow me on Facebook if you like. So thanks for watching my first 100 videos, and looking forward to the next 100 videos. And don't worry if you haven't seen any of my previous videos, because here's a good place to start. Start now, or why not go back and watch them? Bye YouTube, see you soon. Tra 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 tra.